Okay.
I guess the first one is what was the impetus for you to decide to go out with Adrian Belew and do this album live?
Well, Adrian and I have remained friends since when we first met, and somewhat because my wife and I are both from Milwaukee, and we would come back to Milwaukee. I inherited my parents' house, and we would have our children there. And I had found a studio in Milwaukee, a couple of them, but I also found Lake Geneva had this beautiful studio that had been begun by being the studio for Playboy Records, and they had a resort there
Hmm.
with two great golf courses. It fell on disrepair. Playboy sold it to the Americana Resorts. The studio was bought by a diamond dealer who outfitted it with the most amazing equipment. And Adrian had moved up, I think, from Springfield to have access to this studio because it was very fairly priced. And so we would see each other in Wisconsin for years. And he played on every one of my solo records. And then when he moved to Nashville, I had various reasons to go through Nashville. I made a film called Take Me to the River about Memphis music, and we were at the Nashville Film Festival, and we were at a couple of other things, for a Grammy event there and stuff like that. And so Adrian and I would always have dinner, and we'd always come back to that. There's a YouTube video from Rome, 1980, of the Remain in Light concert, and I'm
Hmm.
always was quite aware that as specialists stop making sense is that there was something different and unique about that first iteration of the big band. And Adrian would go like, the people who contact me on Facebook or on Instagram, a lot of times conversations come back to what a joyous concert that was. And we
Hmm.
constantly were saying, it's like, well, is there anything we can do to sort of bring it back or use it as a blueprint? And then I produced the band Turquoise, who were very influenced by Talking Heads. And I used to sit in with them and we'd always do a Talking Heads song.